the news broke out way too fast, and I believe that Tom Brady felt like he had to announce something before the Super Bowl. But all the signs are pointing to this man coming back. I mean, we weren't even going to start this topic, so we might as well just go into this topic.
Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Biggest mistake he made, man, and I believe Tom Brady's going to go full Brett Favre. I truly do believe it. Tom Brady, I mean, Joe Montana said that he doesn't even believe that Tom Brady is retiring. He's like, that man is too good right now just to go out like that. Now, if Tom Brady won the Super Bowl this year, I believe he'll probably truly be done. But it still wouldn't surprise me if he came back, man, because what did Apollo Creed tell Rocky and Rocky IV? I love Rocky, man. He said, we're born with this killer instinct that you just can't turn off and on like some radio. We don't even have a choice. When he's talking about wanting to fight Drago.
Look, there's a specific piece, and I have a feeling because there was multiple topics in yesterday's video, but there was a particular piece that was later in the video where Brady also said he won't know how he feels until training camp comes around. That man's coming back. If he can get
similar to
Brett Favre.
Now, Brett Favre didn't want to go to training camp. He didn't want to go. Tom Brady loves that kind of stuff, but Tom Brady also still has a contract with Tampa Bay. Rose doesn't believe he's going to be there. He doesn't want to be there. So they would have to trade him. Day by day, man, as the days go by, it seems like Tom Brady is coming back. Over here on Fox News, Tom Brady's peers believe he still wants to play football, could join another team, according to reports. Brady, who is under contract with the Bucs for one more season, could be released by the franchise after June 1st to save salary cap space for 2022. Tom Brady, like, at first, I'm retired, good run. Then he's like, never say never. He puts out that tweet during the Super Bowl with the notification on the phone about the Super Bowl, and he goes, shit. I believe he was really, really pissed off about not playing in the Super Bowl. I believe he was pissed.
I think all the fallout from the ESPN, the Adam Schefter / Ian Rappaport report, I feel like backed Brady into somewhat of a corner on this.
Yeah, that news dropping early.
Yeah, I think it did. I think he was probably hoping to evaluate. And there's another scenario on this. I feel like there's a lot of times that a lot of players, especially older ones, especially veterans, that if you ask them right after the season is over, they're going to actually lean more towards retirement.
Yeah.
Than they will, let's say, 2, 3, 4 months after the season's over. Now, granted, he had to tell the Bucs something, but he could have told the Bucs behind the scenes without it getting out that, hey, I'm either going to retire or you're going to need to trade me, but I'm not coming back to play for this team. Okay, unless somehow, some way, Jason Light, Bruce Arians can sit down in front of Tom Brady and present out a plan of action, a course of action to be able to straighten that team up heading into next year so he could, in his mind, perceive that he's got a potential Super Bowl chance. We've talked about that. As constructed right now, because of salary cap issues and everything, I think Brady wants to leave because I think he realizes that the window has closed in Tampa.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Look at this. It says, quote, a lot of people feel like Brady was almost forced in that direction to retire. NFL's media's Mike Girardi said Brady's retirement, and he doesn't want to go in that direction just yet. And I believe a lot of us feel that way, probably because of the ESPN report. It was just so abrupt, man. It was a week after they lost that game.
It was
Didn't
weird.
take like any time. I'm willing to bet he probably told people around him, yeah, maybe it'll probably go this way, retirement, but I'm not really sure. Then I believe somebody started leaking stuff and it just got the ESPN, and then bam, we're a week away from the NFC Championship game, the Super Bowl. Man, I got to say something. I don't want to take away from that. And honestly, it did take away from the Super Bowl because nobody talked about the Super Bowl until the day of the Super Bowl.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, there was very little anticipation for that game, and it was all wrapped around, so much was wrapped around Brady and Brian Flores both heading into the Super Bowl. I don't know that honestly, that Roger Goodell cares. I think as long as people are talking the NFL, I think he secretly is smiling, whether it's good or bad in a lot of ways. But far as Brady goes, I think his intention was to try to get out of Tampa Bay. I think that's his intention right now. There's too many places where this is coming out that he doesn't want to retire.
yeah.
And it's coming from different places that have no connection to each other now.
But all you got to do is listen to him. He doesn't sound like a guy that's retired.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Where do you think he wants to go? Let's say besides the 49ers, where else do you think he might want to go?
You know what? It could be an arms race between him and Aaron Rodgers now, when you think about it.
To get to the Niners?
Well, I'm talking about in general. Any team trying to get a quarterback that thinks they're a quarterback away.
Okay. Well, let's look at teams that think they're a quarterback away. Who's better? Okay, who's better right now? Pittsburgh or Tampa Bay?
As far as next year, if they have Brady or Rodgers?
Yeah, I mean, because look, Jason Pierre-Paul is probably retiring on defense for the Bucs. Chris Godwin, even though they're going to probably franchise him or they could let him go.
But he's probably out for the season.
He's not going to play the majority of next year. Man, the Bucs still have Mike Evans.
Yeah.
They got Scotty Miller. They're probably going to let Leonard Fournette go. He might sign a low rent deal, but I don't know. So let's see. In Pittsburgh, you got an potentially all world defense.
Yeah.
With TJ Watt up there. You've got.
I'll say this, man. You throw Tom Brady on the Pittsburgh Steelers next year, they're the favorite to come out of the AFC. Mike Tomlin is a hell of a coach, man. You already mentioned TJ Watt in that defense, too. You throw him on that team, they're the favorite.
I think he would. I think he respects, and this was actually the point I was trying to get to earlier when I brought up Belichick and the level of respect versus Arians. I think that probably Brady has a certain level of respect for certain coaches. Mike Tomlin would fall into that category. Belichick would fall into that category. I suspect because of his offensive acumen, Kyle Shanahan would probably fall into that category. Sean McVay would probably fall into that category. But I'm not quite sure if Bruce Arians would fall into that category. Part of me thinks that maybe he thinks Bruce Arians is somewhat out of touch with what today's athlete may or may not want, actually, or what the managing of the athlete, let's put it that way, the athlete's personality. Denver Broncos is the other one. I mean, Von Miller's not there anymore, but they've got a pretty damn good team in Denver.
And I'm saying this too because Tennessee already said they're sticking with Ryan. I'll throw it to the other team, Tannehill.
It's a natural fit. That's a perfect fit, actually.
Yeah, Tennessee would be great for Tom Brady. For one thing, weather's much better than Pittsburgh. He's an older guy, so I mean, Tom Brady is the greatest cold weather quarterback ever. But he is older. When you're older, you don't want to play in that cold weather as much.
Boy, that's a good fit right there.
The Colts.
Oh my God. That team has got so much talent.
Yeah.
Good offensive line. Jonathan Taylor got some little wide receivers up there. Got a really, really sound defense. The Colts, that's a good line to draw. The Titans is a great line to draw. 49ers are still, I mean, I know that's my team, but that's still a really good line to draw.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.